Yeah.
And
There's only 2 left, so.
yeah. So I think I'm going to stab the one below. And
yeah, actually, I can tell you the one below is injured more. Yes.
Okay.
You clearly hit that one before.
Okay, so I'm going to attack him until he's dead. So you tell me when.
Okay.
So here's the first attack.
Keep going.
Okay, second attack.
Keep going.
Okay, third attack. Hey, look at that crit.
And that'll do it for sure.
For a little minimal damage.
I like how that was less damage than the other 2 attacks. Yes, but you are successful in eliminating that threat.
All right.
He gurgles on his own blood, and just because you want to have somebody fall off of something, he slips onto the floor behind.
Yep. And for shits and giggles, I'm going to make this other dude fall prone, or attempt to with my bonus action shield bash.
Right.
So,
I will roll some athletics.
8 to 20.
Athletics.
It's a moderate roll.
I don't think I can.
So he's now prone. So
is indeed now prone.
He watched his friend die. He's now prone. He's now debating whether his life choices were actually mattered or not.
I mean, they're Norsemen. They don't really debate a whole lot.
True.
Hannibal, it's your turn.
My turn.
The War Priest is about to get 3 Eldritch shots.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Those are some solid rolls, sir. Except for the first one.
Yeah.
But let's see. Where's that? It is not. However,
push back 20 feet.
He is going to get pushed back 20 feet, and he has to make 2 concentration saves. He does get advantage.
Oh, look at that!
He does get advantage, but you have saved your friends momentarily from being in the line of disaster. So let's make some con saves, though. With advantage. 1. No problem.
I'm sad no one commented on the pictures.
We don't want to encourage you.
Fair. So, it is Toddbringer's turn. Now, Toddbringer is flying, so I believe flying is speed 60. Yep. So, as he careens over here at a very rapid pace, he gets to move 1 more. He comes flying, and it's basically Palpatine in the 3rd prequel movie, where he just 920 spins, screaming with his great axe swinging in front of him to hopefully decapitate this individual right here. So let's see. Mr. Toddbringer. NPC. Sigurd Toddbringer. Alright, he gets 2 attacks with this, because he doesn't have 2 weapons anymore, but 1 first attack. That's a hit, and a solid blow, which is enough. End that one in a single solitary swing. And then he turns his attention to the one in front of Daniela with the 2nd blow. And that is enough to end that one in a secondary swing. So that's exactly what he does. He just swings by, cleaves the heads of the 2 guards in front of him, screeching and screaming in a bloodlusted rage. His poor beloved keep being dismantled and defiled by these ne'er-do-wells. Megan, are you back?
Yes.
Okay. Daniela said hi, it's your turn.
Yay, Daniela. Actually, I haven't seen Daniela in a long time, so that's nice.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, you're alive," and that was basically all she said.
True statement. So Aelin touches her bracelet a second time, but this time she holds the red gem in her hand, and then touches the back of Bay Hill, and casts this, but then also is going to get some healing herself from Blessed Healer, because God, she needs it also.
Indeed, and that is quite a bit of health. He was looking okay, and now he's looking even better, with plus 20 HP. He's looking fit as a fiddle.
That's so much HP.
Indeed it is.
That's 20.
It is 20 health restored. And you gain 3 health back, I believe, Aelin, right?
Correct.
Excellent.
Nothing.
Do you say anything to Daniela?
Say, same to you.
I think she just gives you kind of a wry smile and sets to work killing the last dude in front of you trying to stab you. So it's Silney's turn. Silney. What's she gonna do? I think that her best option is really just to be a bomber here. So she sees an opportunity to eliminate this archer right here. I'm gonna use chill touching. Chill touch. Hey, 9 damage, which is enough to drain the life force out of that scout, and he drops to the ground in a heap. Bringing us to the scout's turn. This one stands up and is going to make one last-ditch effort to stab you, Morella. This one here is going to come over to here and is going to shoot at Kree. I think those are the only 2 alive, so short sword attacks on Morella. 1, 2, 8. The second one hit.
Holy shit, he actually crit me. What a bastard.
And yeah, that's what they have to do to hit you, I think. And then
that
2
22.
2 short bow attacks on Kree. One, actually longbow, sorry. Okay.
Awesome.
That second one hits.
Excuse me.
Jericho, it comes to you. There's only 1 target left on the platform. It looks like the fight is going your way. There are only a few targets left alive, even.
Well, there's one significant target left alive, and I think Jericho has probably noticed someone misusing the glory that is Spirit Guardians. So Jericho's just going to hurry that way.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
You can go for. Oh yeah, mobile.
Yep.
I keep on forgetting that.
He's a quick little bard.
Wait, not there. There. All right, so making it over here. Where's... There we are. Yeah, Jericho's not going to... Well... Yeah, he doesn't announce his presence, but it's going to be felt pretty quickly because he observed the spell in action for a moment, and then, well, wizards or other magicians in the area like Hannibal would recognize the technique that he's using, which is basically a lot like it's sort of the arcane version of a rap battle, where he's recognized this spell and he is now casting his own spell that is tearing it apart on literal and social level, mocking the technique and shredding it like that. So he's just gonna shut down those Spirit Guardians.
Spell magic, yeah, and it doesn't not even any check here, it just stops.
Nope.
It is not a high enough spell level to resist that. So as
he witnesses like, shit, he got burned.
As the war cleric, kind of struggles to slow himself from being blasted backwards, he marches forward, and the holy his is probably pretty nature based. There's probably a bunch of creature spirits that are around him. They begin to dissipate, and he kind of looks around. And I don't know if he knows where it came from. If he does, his eyes lock with your Jericho. If he doesn't, he kind of looks to the other two and
he
drops into
hears the mockery being thrown at him. But...
Yeah, it's echoing through the chamber.
I'm beatboxing behind it.
Perfect.
Through your mask.
Thank you, Jackson.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, and he does not have Spirit Guardians any longer, and he drops into a defensive stance. He's very injured, like extremely injured. So you can see him, Kree and Farron, you're close enough. But you and Farron can see he's breathing heavy, like he's kind of staggered a little bit. Especially since like all the magic he was just holding got sapped out of him at the same time.
Jericho will also call over the others. This is probably your last chance to surrender.
Perfect.
And that's the end of his turn.
Cool. So the one lonesome guard that remains, seeing himself surrounded, and I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw for him, because I want to know if he evaluates the battle outside and how that's going as well. Oh yeah, no, he turns and begins to bolt out of the door. Cahill is gonna get a swing. Yeah, Cahill's gonna get a swing on him. I will tell you, Aelin, though, you could like stop this if you wanted to.
Yeah, I actually was gonna say I would hold up a hand if he like goes to swing.
It chops off your hand instead.
Yeah, and Cahill, like, as the sword's coming back, you just like hold up a hand, and he kind of looks at you, and his shoulders drop, so he's not swinging anymore. Daniela, you could see, was going to do the same thing. Toddbringer, on the other hand, sees this man fleeing and makes to dash after him, screaming in his brutish rage. He wasn't in range for a attack of opportunity, but as this individual disappears around the corner, Toddbringer makes to chase
You
him.
spared him for a mere few seconds.
Indeed.
I can't stop the
Unfortunately,
flying crazy.
He literally cannot outrun Tom.
He literally cannot.
Can't
Jericho,
outrun the flying wolf.
during your rap battle, this bandit captain turns towards you, or this Norse captain turns towards you, and he is actually the only creature, I think, in the entirety of the room that has not taken any damage yet.
Surprise.
But I'm gonna roll. You were convincing, as Jericho typically is. So I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw for him, and we'll see if he decides that it's a good idea to continue fighting now that he sees all of his men destroyed. Yeah, he's in it to the death. That's the only honorable way for him to die and go to Valhalla. So he's going to make his 2 attacks with his spear against you, Jericho.
Good luck.
So if he succeeds, he keeps on fighting until he dies.
Yeah, the Norse are backwards like that,
Okay.
right? The smart thing to do is to run away. So, doesn't necessarily... Or, I should say, the honorable thing to do is to stay and fight. And so, they are fighting with their honor when they make the check.
Huh.
Yep.
That's a decent swing on the second one, so I'm going to make fun of him.
Okay, fair. Cunning words, and it
Yeah.
deals no damage. So as you bat the spear away that's coming at you, you laugh in his face, and he becomes enraged and swings wildly with the second blow, and you're easily able to duck out of the way. Fantastic. Kree, it is your turn.
So, I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash, even though I don't really need it. And I'm just gonna shoulder charge this guy and push him against the wall.
Ah, okay. So you're gonna use the shove action?
Yes.
Cool, yeah. And then you have enough movement to follow him up?
Yes.
Seems totally cool. War Priest. Where are you? There you are.
I'm blessed. I'm gonna roll my D3.
It's a D4. You should definitely roll that. Certainly. Let's see. Hey, that's not bad. No. Yeah, again, he catches you on his shield again. He's in this defensive posture, and he is a wall with which you cannot break through, Kree. And he kind of shoves you backwards in turn. Anything else?
This is where I like sit on the ground and like hold his boot.
Yeah, you just like curl up around his leg.
That's it for me.
Okay. Farron's turn. Knowing that this needs to be ended, Farron is going to do his best to do better this time.
I am a good distraction.
Yeah, right, exactly. You are providing the sneak attack. And with the rapier blow. 1. Hey, it's a hit.
Yeah.
And 2. Okay, so the first
He
one
has
hits,
sneak
so
attack.
we're gonna get the sneak attack. Yeah, he keeps them separated. He doesn't put it on one.
Yeah.
Wow, and then damage for it. So, a solid 15 damage to him, and he is about one blow away from being eliminated from the contention of War Priest of the Quarter. Cahill, the battle is not over, but he turns to you, Aelin, and he, like, grabs you, like, his bloody sword is, like, in his hands, and he's got blood, like, caked over him. He grabs you by the arms, and he says, "It's so good to see you, but reunions are for later." And, like, as he runs away, like, your arms are now covered in the blood of these men that he was just slaying vehemently. And he charges to assist Jericho.
Elin does that thing where she like doesn't even notice and just like watches him go away.
Just like puppy dog eyes. Daniela punches you in the arm like, we got it. Like, it's time to, there's people shooting at us. Let's go. Yeah, and then he's going to greatsword this guy in the back twice to help you out a little bit, Jericho.
It's all in them glutes, isn't it?
You know, I'm pretty sure Aylin's a butt girl. I'm not gonna lie.
I said while he was walking away.
Exactly.
Of course.
Hate to see him go, but love to watch him leave. That's how it works. So his first blow, he misjudges the actual distance and swings wildly aside, but the second blow lands solidly, cutting him across the back and causing the bandit to perhaps think better of this next move. But the War Priest's turn, and he is at the end of his rope. He has no more stamina to continue on, so in a last-ditch effort, he is going to cast Flame Strike, centered upon himself, as to go out with all of the glory that his forefathers have passed down to him.
Admittedly, that's cool.
Now, hold on. If that's what you guys, I know you said counterspell. I think Farron has it. Let me look. That's a level 3 spell, I thought, right?
Yes.
I don't know if we should use it for this.
He does not.
Yeah, that's fair.
He does not have it anyway. So
that's fine. It's just a flame strike.
The two of them.
Just a flame strike. The cool thing is Farron gets advantage because deck saves. Yay.
He can also just choose to succeed it.
I think that's like once per whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you succeed, so you take half of that damage, and it's half of both. So it's like 7 from fire and the 9 from radiant instead of
so 16
combined.
total.
Yep. So 16 total. Farron is going to roll. Farron's fine on. Actually, Farron is the other person in the room that hasn't taken any damage, so I think he'll just roll the dex roll with advantage. Yep, and he's also fine as well. And I think that
You're also blessed, so
right, even.
Yeah.
Let me check. But the cool thing is, I didn't do math incorrectly, and that is enough to incinerate himself. And as he goes up in flames, that was the Farron had heat metal on him. That's what I've been missing. I knew there was something. That's what I've been missing.
well,
Doesn't matter.
Well,
he killed
he
himself.
made himself hotter.
Exactly. So with him eliminated, in the burning rage that he held within his heart, we move on to Snocht.
Does Snocht see any other enemies? Just this guy way over here.
Yeah, let's see what Snocht sees. You see the guy that Morella's fighting up on the platform, right here. You see the guy that Jericho and Cahill are fighting. But those are the only those are the only 2 enemies.
So Snocht is just gonna go up to this pillar and start eating it.
Sure.
He's done that to 3 others.
What is wrong with your lizard?
He wants to eat food.
It's fine. It's
monk.
fine.
First attack is going to attempt to knock down. Hey, it's a hit, so I need to make a strength saving throw. Bandit, Captain. Success. Okay, we're gonna try the second attack to knock down. It's a miss, and then the third attack to knock down. Hit, so we'll make another strength saving. Succeeds. Okay, so he doesn't get knocked down, but he does take the 10 damage. Which sets him slightly closer to death. Bringing it to Daniela's turn, who is also going to gang up on him. Let's roll some attacks with Daniela, who I haven't even opened her character sheet because all she did was run. NPC.
I can do it.
Yeah, go for it. Sure. Roll the attackos.
I get to actually hit things.
It's true.
Maybe not.
Or not. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
-9 damage. Yeah, he appears injured from the onslaught of blows he's receiving. Bringing us to Morella's turn.
Well, this little bitch fucking stabbed me pretty good, so I'm gonna knock him prone.
Did stab you.
So, or attempt to.
Yep.
So, athletics versus athletics.
Indeed. Count.
Beat. I
Nope.
think I win.
Nope. Did not.
And yeah, I'm gonna stab him 3 times with advantage. So.
See it. Stab away.
Boom.
Yep.
Boom.
Your damage rolls leave something. Oh my god. Morella. You have exactly killed him.
Hey!
I swear to god, he had 10 health left after those 2 minimum damage rolls. Yeah, so you stab him and you are free to move about the cabin.
There's only one dude left, correct? Or
there's 2. There's this guy up here, yeah, and then there's the guy that's being surrounded, so.
Well, Shitstick up here is gonna, meet me, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think for thematic sake, I'm just gonna be able to, like, jump up there from the end of the stairs.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. You have long.
Hasted.
Yeah, I've hasted, and you have the
Athlete.
feet. Yeah, athlete as well. Yeah, totally fine. Yeah, you just like somersault through the air and land next to him in your heavy armor.
Medium.
It looks heavy.
Heavy enough.
Bring us to Hannibal's turn.
Top guy, right here.
All right.
Hannibal, the one that
Oh my god.
Morella just ran towards.
Yeah, kill him. Only use 1 for now.
Oh.
Because the 1's gonna kill him. So you can redirect your others. You redirect that one and then the other one.
Okay, and one more.
Yep.
Good, that guy. And let's knock him. Yeah. Well, does that kill him?
No, he is just barely alive.
Okay, then it can just thematically be I blew his leg off.
Sure. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Like, just like a knee. No, better yet, like he's like standing outside and then the beam comes in. It just cracks it on the side. Like his knee touches the ground. That's how bad it is.
Absolutely. Sigurd flies into the night to chase down that individual. As he comes bursting. In fact, I think Aelin, you're close enough to hear this. You hear like the beginnings of a resounding cheer coming. Like you hear like murmurings from the men and women that are outside fighting, who are like trying to find a new target. They're like, "Is that the White Wolf? He has returned to save us," right? And like he's flying through the sky and screaming in rage, and blood is flying off of him everywhere. As he like hacks a bunch of dudes to pieces. He'll probably engage the statue at some point. Who knows? He's lost to the cause, I think.
This is literally a statue of his god, though.
It sure is, but the House of Ulrich enjoys any challenge. Ulrich would be upset if he didn't challenge his greatest creation, and it's not technically Ulrich's creation, so.
Okay.
So I think that we can safely say that one of you coup de grace this individual.
No, it's just like a gangland style beating. You're all just kicking him to death.
Yeah. Probably not though. That would probably be intervened by some of the more.
Aelin comes up and just fucking like throws herself on him to make you all stop, if
Yeah.
that's true.
The kicking continues for another 2 minutes
Yeah.
after that.
So with
Just
that.
to best.
With that, we leave the combat order, and the group has its first kind of like moment's reprieve for a while. Now remember, like, you don't have a whole lot of time. Like, you know, eventually you'll either overwhelm or get overwhelmed. You have to get here before the army goes, so probably not time enough for a short rest, but at least you have a moment to converse, and perhaps lick your wounds magically, as it were.
So very quickly, before anyone notices, Noct is going to step away from all the pillars because he's not the one breaking them. Just so we're clear.
Does he whistle as well?
Yeah. So it's the comical moment where like somebody like Daniela probably walks up to him. Oh no, it's Silny, because Silny stopped him the first time. Silny walks up to him and just like taps him on the shoulder, and he's got like a piece of stone in his mouth, and he like turns around, and then he just like bleh, just like drops it out of his mouth, and then like just walks away slowly like he wasn't doing anything. Perfect.
Totally not destroying the Berserker's castle. Totally not.
So with the brief moment, I'm gonna do some map cleanup because I think it's actually lagging the map because there's so many tokens on it. So the group of you have a moment, and you're reunited for the first time since the battle commenced. Some of you infiltrated in different ways and have not seen each other in quite some time.
Indeed.
All right, yeah. Was the guy was wearing heavy armor? Was he incinerated at all, or
his armor exists? The flame strike doesn't destroy his armor. But yeah, he was.
But his body was incinerated.
Yes, yeah, he committed seppuku by fire.
Shit, we could have got some information.
I believe that's self-immolation.
Oh.
Well, whatever.
Actually, if we have the time, we don't have enough time for a short rest.
No, probably. I mean, so here's the thing. I'm not saying you can't take a short rest. I'm saying if you do, it probably makes everything from here on out harder and may not be worth it. You know what I mean? Like, you'll have an hour for whatever's preparing for you to continue preparing.
However, for me, would I have enough time to resummon Dane?
How long does that typically take?
I think, like, it's a ritual spell.
So 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, if it takes...
It's not... Ritual doesn't necessarily mean only 10 minutes. It means casting time plus 10 minutes if you do it as a ritual.
I would say yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, sure.
Actually, you know what? Because I still want to do other shit while I'm doing it. I'm gonna spend one of my sorcerer points so that I can do it subtly, and so that it just happens.
So you can move around and
it's
totally
while
fine.
I'm doing this.
Totally okay.
Yeah, so just that's happening.
Yeah. Cool. So, Daniela probably walks up to you, Aelin, and probably like embraces you after cleaning her sword off with all the viscera. She's not as foul as Cahill is. And she says, she doesn't say anything, but she kind of just like looks at you, like kind of, her head's to the side a little bit, and like one of her eyebrows is raised.
Yeah, I think that I break her gaze and just kind of give one shake of my head no.
Yeah, and she just... Well, we will deal with it together then. It was foolish for you to go alone anyway.
Yes, it seems it was. I just kind of nod.
Yeah. Cahill is glad-handing everybody in the room, as he does. Yeah, and he grips you by the forearm, right, in a hearty shake, but also like brings you in to embrace you as well. And he says to you, he's like, General Morella, they will speak deeds of your acrobatics this day. That I promise.
Let us hope they say more when I defeat Anders.
Yes, indeed, and I have no doubt that we shall. But first, Well, it seems we have some barriers preventing us from doing such.
Yes, I believe we saw the apparatuses outside. If we make our way to the upper floors, they should be on the balcony.
Very well.
Noct is currently climbing the walls to the devices. He's going to go destroy them because he's not.
He's going outside to destroy them?
Yes, he is.
Perfect.
Oh boy.
He snuck away while everyone was hugging.
I'll let you know what happens after the break.
Awesome.
So, Cahill says he probably goes and like looks out the door to look at the battle, which still seems pretty even. While your forces were greater in number, they've had a few days to prepare. There's obviously some like traps and some other things that are happening. And the main force is focused primarily on dealing with the other forces because that's what they were instructed to do. And leaving the palace to kind of be raided by the elite crew, right? Like the crew that was snuck in. Like your whole mission was to sneak in, take it out from the inside while they held off all the forces. So, you know, they didn't just... There wasn't like hundreds of people inside of the palace at one time trying to battle. They're mostly doing that, and the battle appears to be... It's even at this time.
What about with the addition of Siegfried?
Yeah, so Siegmund is still flying around the battlefield at a rapid rate, just like hacking and slashing, and it seems like the kind of the broken apart retinues and squads and stuff are kind of rallying around him. So it's probably good that he's out there right now. He's probably going to assist that in great number.
Holy shit.
So
The uncertainty.
So which 6 creatures are you targeting?
Well, not Farron because he's full.
Correct.
I guess the ones that need it the most, but I think I can get everybody, right?
One. Are you including yourself in this?
Well, she gets healed when she heals people.
Oh, okay. So
Right,
1,
so-
2, 3, 4,
I think
5.
that's everyone.
You're gonna have to leave one person out if you're not healing the monk.
Silmi and the monk are fine. They're totally full health.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you heal everybody.
So how much is that? 26?
And not Cahill. You wouldn't be able to do Cahill either. Which he's fine. He's actually almost topped off anyway.
Good, so then just the 6 who need it.
Yep. Just
Including myself.
26 HP? Is that correct?
Yep.
Jesus.
Shit.
Awesome. A little bit of help.
This is what a healer does.
Yeah.
Jericho,
Yeah, so you can
flipped
include yourself in that, Helen.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm gonna cure wounds myself as well.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If anyone actually needs
Wow.
anything after that, I can probably spare some power.
Well, you healed that cut on your arm.
Yeah, I was just rubbing some berries in it and hoping it would work.
No big deal.
Yeah, it's fine.
Actually, you're just licking it, right? You're a lizard, so you just lick it, right, to make it better. Yeah, totally works every time.
Get better, you.
Uh,
So, but I'm good.
Okay.
I'm only 4 points off of max.
I am about. I think I'm about 15 from max.
I'm like 43 from max.
And that little bar does not say 43.
he has
He has like 100 and like
yeah, he has a
health.
shitload of health.
Yeah, he has like 170 health.
I
It's 'cause he has
remember
a tough feat, and he rolled
one of
nearly
my GM nightmares is Kree rolling health, just in case anyone was curious.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, I rolled a 10. Oh, I rolled another 10. Oh, I rolled another 10. Like, fuck. I'm never gonna kill you ever.
You have
So when you just figure out you don't kill him, just instead turn him into, the embodiment of necromancy. And oh wait,
It's almost
he did
like
that for himself.
it's almost like
Stop it.
that was the plan the whole time.
Easy.
The whole
Don't you even try.
Cool.
You know
So-
how much health is a fucking baby dragon. What the shit?
So, Cahill, after doing a quick inspection, like walking around, he says, I hate to say it, but I don't know the palace like I used to. It's been a while since I've been here, and I was a young child. These seem to be the only stairs up. Did you find any other areas, perhaps a servant staircase or anything that we can use to bypass the second level?
We just got here as well. We know that there was an underground. That's where we found Siegfried.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be doing remarkably well.
Yes, he's flying.
Actually,
sorry.
He's actually pretty injured.
Siegfried?
Yeah.
But can we tell?
No one can tell that he's injured. His blood is mixed with everything else's blood, so it just doesn't. He doesn't notice.
No.
Yeah, he's got like 6 hit points and 4 levels of exhaustion, but he's still decapitating things.
Right.
Yeah, he was malnourished, and he managed to make himself a pair of axes from, I'm guessing, rocks. And
Yeah, so it was like, oh, you weren't here for that either, Jericho?
No.
Oh, yeah,
the last thing that I saw before this session was basically us busting him out.
Yeah,
or
so
him using our distraction.
Yeah, he used the opportunity to get out, and he had fashioned from like a chair leg and like sharpened stone plates, these like stone axes to use to break himself free.
And he was literally gouging people.
Yeah, he killed like 3 people. It was great.
Spectacular.
So, anyone who came in on the infiltration team, can you roll a history check for me?
Sure thing.
Pretty
Would I have an
sure know
advantage
anything
for
about this?
for any reason based on my background?
Hannibal, you are, you're not, something's, like, you're tired. Something's going on.
It's because I'm focusing on the spell right now.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Jordan, would I have an advantage based on my background or no?
I don't think you've been here before, though, right?
Correct.
It's to remember something about this place.
Okay.
Anything for Jericho on that? Or
I'll give Jericho advantage. This is his hometown.
Okay.
You've probably scoped out how to steal from the palace once or twice.
Oh, look at that shit.
purely for? Oh wow.
Yeah, not bad. So Morella and
I'm a smart
Jericho,
girl. I know things.
you do remember that there was a staircase that led up along the backside of the building, but you're not sure where it goes because it enters into the second level, but you don't know where it goes from there. It might also be blocked, but you don't really have another option unless you all want to fly up to the second level or third level or fourth level balconies. You could always scale the buildings. That's totally a thing that you can do. Noct is attempting that right now, in fact. But that also puts you in the danger path of like all of the fighting going on. So
I'll say it, but not suggest it. We can bring down the roof.
You wouldn't know, but yeah.
And I think Jericho was vehemently against that previously.
Yeah.
Like, let's not destroy the palace, okay?
Let's
Stop breaking my
Just
town.
saying. Just saying.
listen. This is Hannibal right here talking, saying maybe we shouldn't destroy this building.
When was that? That was never an option. Stop talking like that's an option.
It is an option, all right. I mean, we don't know how today's gonna go.
So I info dump what we've learned from these rolls, that there's a side passage or
Yeah.
a back passage leading upwards, things
Mhm.
of that sort. But we don't know
Alright.
where it goes.
Better than here. There's no way
Goes
up
up.
from here.
I haven't had any luck with trying to disassemble those ward towers outside.
We didn't try.
I meant anybody else.
I didn't try.
I believe no one has yet. But anyways, the choice is now. We either go through these or through the back passage.
I'm all for the back passage.
And the others?
I can go with that.
I look at Aelin. I look at the couple.
Yeah, Cahill probably looks to you and says, "Lead the way, General."
Aelin nods. He's given their answer for both of them.
At what point does Dane just like materialize in this conversation?
Okay, probably right then.
Like I want to just her
Yeah,
him
like
just,
probably
explode
right
with, like, little
then.
fireworks.
And not only that, he probably like coughs, like he's like been pulled from a fire or something. He's like, so, where are we going? Wait, what is this place?
Your worst nightmare.
You're back.
Yes, I am back. What happened?
You died. Well, kind of. You're immortal, so it's weird.
Suppose.
Yes. Well, we're infiltrating the back now. Speaking
So,
of which,
as you proceed up the stairs, you see that there is a long passageway that kind of runs almost the entire length of the backside of the building. This is very clearly like a servant's entrance and exit where they can, move throughout the storeroom, which is down in the basement, right, up to the second level, up to the third level, without being spotted by notable guests and all that other fun stuff that happens in a fantasy world. And when you get here, you can see that this doorway that leads into the second level has that crackling lightning barrier, but now it's like a little more accessible than in the ceiling or above your head on the staircase.
Hell spells.
Back a little bit so you can maneuver through. And while it looks as though the lightning is arcing outward, it's actually not. It appears to be kind of like, in every video game you've ever played, that kind of glassy surface that has the lightning like streaking through it, and it's kind of opaque and misty. But it brims with energy. So you guys can move about, do whatever you want. Obviously, you can see that there's another staircase that leads up to the top. And what you can also see is at the top of these stairs, there is another set of barricades, kind of like sitting up at the top of them.
okay, can we not see through this?
No, it is opaque.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Yeah, going up.
Okay. So as the group of you travels in an upward trajectory.
Yep.
Hold on. So I don't accidentally bring lightning with you. Would be bad. A lot of levels.
Lightning.
Let me bring you to the third floor.
Jericho is going to lag back and investigate this lightning door a little more closely.
Yeah, what would you like to do to the lightning door? How would you like to?
From what he had already heard before they saw the wards and stuff outside, he has reason to believe this thing isn't actually magical.
That is a reasonable belief. You used detect magic, got close enough to try and see it, and you did not detect any magic.
Actually, when Kree passes it by, can he feel the natural energy of lightning coming from this barricade?
Roll me a nature check to see how in tune with it you actually are.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Good inspiration.
It's a good, yeah, absolutely. It's a good inspiration. So I think what this tells you, in fact, this is probably right on key with what's actually going on here. So what this tells you is that nothing is natural about this lightning. However, its inherent properties seem to follow what we would understand in the physical realm to be how lightning interacts, besides the fact that it's contained in this little tiny area. You can see when particles charge up and arc outwards. But it seems as though there is something else at work here that is not perhaps natural. But it's obeying the laws of nature, if that makes sense to you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's a weird way to say it, but it's the only way I could think of in the moment. Is that it's not being created naturally, but it is following the natural limitation of what lightning generally is.
It's kind of like a Tesla coil.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
What does this word speak of, Tesla?
So when you arrive at the third floor, you see the barricade has been set there, and it's just essentially like difficult terrain to cross it. And you can hear the crackling of lightning coming from right here. Probably larger than you've heard it before. Now,
Go.
none of you really know the layout of the interior of the building, but it sounds like there is a pretty significant crackling of lightning coming from this general area. In addition, what you guys didn't see is so the pillars that you saw were on the 4th level, right? They're on the very, very upper level on the balconies that are on the northwest corner and the northeast corner. So maybe it's coming from that, but also you know you're not quite high enough yet. So you feel free to move as you see fit.
I would like to stop everybody from moving real quick and send Dane out to scout.
Okay.
Out, damn it, Cree.
Yeah.
Can I have Dane, please?
He's there. He's on top of Marilla.
Okay. So I can't see from him.
Oh. Come on. There
Come
you
on,
go.
guys, let's go. And Cree's just gonna cast.
Oh shit! Stop!
Trace.
Stop! I literally say stop.
So, Dane can see that this appears to be a staircase that leads down to the 2nd level. And it is arcing with almost like a lake of this lightning barrier that is in place here.
Okay, that scared me when I saw it. It looked like a fucking monster.
Well, it basically is.
So,
Okay.
still casting that.
Pass on the trace. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. So you all will make no sound as you maneuver around. If you want to continue moving Dane around, that's totally cool.
Shablam. Oh, stop. Great, really don't move.
So Dane is invisible, so he is luckily not able to see. But you can see that there are a couple of guardsmen here who are standing by a barricade, and you can see very off in the distance, if you scroll all the way down, basically, you can see that there is this aura, and leading out onto the balcony on the 3rd level is one of these giant coil-like, tower-like entities. But it is being guarded by these individuals here.
Okay, could you give everybody else also sight on Dane so I don't have to...
Yeah, I can do that.
Just
Everybody...
figured that...
Yeah.
I figured that'd be easier.
I guess. It feels like cheating, but I can do that. That's no problem. Let me find Dane's character.
If it feels like cheating, don't do it.
Sometimes it's...
Fine, alright. Yeah, alright, fine. Stop, Jordan. I'll describe it. Alright, stop. Alright.
Actually, now they all should be able to see in grayscale what you saw.
Not grayscale. No, it's still color for me.
Oh, is it? Oh, because I didn't click save yet. There you go. Now it should be grayscale.
Well,
Okay.
see some things.
Yeah, so basically, let me just get... so there's some really dark spots for some reason.
Oh, you know what? Here, I can fix that. That's because Dane doesn't have vision per se.
Okay, so I'm just using this to kind of get a... alright. So he's not going into that aura.
Good call.
But he's going to come back out. What's this?
It's just like a guest bedroom with a large chest at the bottom of it.
Cool. And then just going to check on the other side real quick. Sorry for the hold up, guys. What is that?
Oh, you're being smart. I like it when my players are smart.
What is this? Oh, that's a table. All right. Scared me. Shit, what's that? That's a chest.
The table scared me. So you can see that there is another staircase that leads down into the 2nd level that appears to be also guarded by this lightning lake barrier thing.
I see. Yeah, what's this room?
Appears to be just another guest room. There doesn't appear to be anybody around, per se.
Well, I'm just... If this is going like I think it is. Alright, hold on.
Alright, so stop right there.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for Dane.
Oh, would you look at that? Oh, that's my sheet. Gotta open Dane's.
Okay. Dane can't make out any other sounds besides the crackling energy of these devices. Essentially all he can hear.
I see him.
Mm-hmm. There appears to be an individual just sitting on a bench with a greatsword on her lap, and she appears to be taking a whetstone, and then you can see it's like a cloth to wipe off the shavings, and just shh.
All right, can you describe it to me?
Yeah, so she is she's a tall build, clearly very muscular. Built not very unlike Dana. Oh, sorry. She's just in the wall.
I thought we were facing the Headless Horseman.
No, she's just in the wall. She's human.
Okay.
And she's just and wiping the shavings off again with her cloth. And she appears to be the only person in this room. Now, a couple of things to note here. You saw the full squad of guards guarding the other tower, and you can see the aura from this tower here. You see it crackling, the crackling energy out here. She appears to be the only one in this room. And her eyes appear intelligent. They're kind of like a hazel color. Her hair is pulled tightly back in a ponytail and has a piece of twine that's kind of tied it up. She is wearing. Let me actually tell you exactly. Wearing. So she is the greatsword, obviously, but she is also wearing what appears to be like plate armor that covers her chest. It has a symbol emblazoned on it that is very clearly like a Norse symbol. And as she sits there, just like sharpening her blade, her intelligent eyes kind of dart around the room. And there's probably a moment where like you're looking through Dane's eyes and she looks right at you, and it kind of like maybe startles you for a second, but you realize she can't actually see Dane. Dane's breath catches in his chest, and then after a brief moment her eyes avert away and she continues to scan the room. I think that the one like emotional feeling you get from this woman is fearlessness.
Okay, real quick. Say their eyes are darting around the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird for somebody where there's only one entrance.
Yeah.
Does she know that somebody's in there? Does it seem like she's like looking for someone, not necessarily?
Roll an insight check. You're not sure. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe she's just, you could tell her eyes flit to the windows. So maybe she's just covering all possible entrances, not just the one entrance where she is. You can tell she's taken up an advantageous position to like be protected from the most obvious entrance, and she has a good vantage point on all of the other entrances. If somebody were to come in from the balcony, or somebody would come in from any of the windows.
Hold on, wait. Shit, all right, never mind. Okay, good. I was worried for a second that I'd use my insight.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna relay this. Tell them, what's up. There's only one Norse woman. Wait, real quick. Can I make it a history check to try to identify the symbol?
Sure. Make a history check.
Shabloosh. Not a shabloosh.
Yeah, you're not sure, but I think that with an 11, the basic information that you get is that you haven't seen it before on any of the men and women you've dealt with yet. It appears unique.
Okay, so a unique Norse woman is guarding what I'm guessing, keeping this barrier up to the left, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards on the right.
Is there any way to go up without dealing with them?
No. Well, we can go upstairs, but Shit, that's what. I think you can go upstairs, but these things, they really want to keep us out of the second floor, so I think that's where we should go.
Yeah, and also it should be noted that this is the first time you guys have witnessed that there are 2 other of these broad tower things. Before, you had only seen the ones that were on the 4th level, on the north side of the building. But these are 2 additional ones on the south side of the building, both in the southeast and southwest corners.
I see.
Yeah, so I would think it's more prudent to get to where they don't want us to go.
Indeed. So,
I'll leave it up to you guys. The one woman on the left, who's or the 7 on the right.
Yeah, and I think Cahill probably says, there is but one on the left. Seems the easier route.
Yes.
Perhaps we can...
That's exactly what I don't
Too
trust. Yes.
easy.
Now, question: what in the world makes us think that we're going to be able to deal with one of these and not attract the attention of the other?
That's why I think it'd be best to go to the left. That way, if we went to the right, that woman could sneak up on us. Pretty hard to sneak up on us in a room where there's only one entrance. My logic is flawed there, but I'm not going to admit it.
Hannibal would never.
Nah.
So,
I'm just gonna pass it off as smart.
as the group of you mull this over, perhaps we should take our break here.
indeed. Seems like a good time to
Stretch our legs, get our thinking caps on, and figure out who we want to kill first.
We're also very sneaky people.
Take captive. Yeah, you all of you guys are very sneaky. Like, visual line of sight is basically the only thing that can spot you right now. So,
because we're sneaky people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dane is flying around this woman's head.
So,
Maybe play a prank or 2.
let's take a break. Let's be back at 10 after. Sound good, everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll see you in a few minutes.